And I wonder if you knew the pain I went through to keep from calling you. Food's the taste of anemia. One pair of
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I always get worried when I share the audio and then take it off of whatever we were wanting to share because I've run into technical issues. So I hope everybody is having a great Thursday morning. It is the start of a week 2 of August. I'm going to mute everybody just for the recording purposes, etc. But let me introduce myself really quickly in case there are some of you that are new. We've had this incredible sign up special going on, and I know we have new people here. So let me just ask before I introduce myself, hold on, I'm getting my screen all perfect and doing a speaker view. There we go. While I am introducing myself, do me a favor and type a 1 in the comments if you are new and this is your first coffee chat. We would love to know. Hello, Teresa. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Heather. I love seeing newbies. Hello, Shelly. Pop on, because just to give you a little kudos, it's not always the most comfortable thing to step into something new. And I am always enamored at people that do at different life stages, because walking through fear is a really, really big thing to recognize ourselves for. I am a strong believer that is the only way we grow. And so sometimes it can be a little nerve-wracking to jump in and join a big group. Right now we've got, 42 people here. That number will grow. So yes, I agree with Natalie. Best tribe ever is the Treasure Tribe. So, but my name is Christy Goodman, and I'm a company vice president here at Park Lane. I am one of 3 sisters. Tish and Allie and I usually do this call together. We have been massively pitch hitting over the last couple of weeks. Our father is on week 4 or 5 in the hospital. So Allie is at the hospital all day today, relieving my mom. Tish has been here in Dallas while Allie and I had our summer vacation. She's on a plane right now, flying to move her daughter into college tomorrow. So anyway, that is the beauty of this business. And I wasn't planning on saying this, but I'm going to say it. I love that this business is set up to be your business your way. And when my sisters and I partnered together 3 years ago, we didn't have a clue we were building a jewelry empire. We just thought we were selling a little bit of jewelry and look cuter, okay? But the beauty of this team is that you have support when you need to pitch it yourself. You've got the team making graphics for you. You've got the scripts being made. You've got the mega party that's being done, that all you have to do is plug in, your role in that. You've got social sales that are created. You have words to say that are made. You've got to-do lists that are generated to help you based on the seasonality, et cetera. And we've got this incredible company that provides it all for us. And so there's been stages within my life where I've done this for 15 years, where I have had to scale back. Maybe it was a personal situation, a child issue, health issue, et cetera. But knowing that this tribe is running the way and is ran the way that it is within this company has given me that flexibility that I admire the most about this industry. There's 2 things I love most. Number 1, the time freedom that it can provide you, whether you're working full time and doing this, or you got a house full of kids and you're doing this, or it's your full-time gig. You can do it flexibly whenever. That's the number 1 thing that I love. The number 2 thing is the income opportunity. And having a tribe behind you and me being able to lead this call and help while my sisters are doing what they have to do for the family, et cetera, it warms my heart. So I'm Christy. That was a long-winded introduction. So we are going to start off with some promotions, because if you are new, every Thursday, the loop comes out. And the loop is our weekly email where the promotions can change. Okay. So on Thursday mornings, we all run to our phone. 6 a.m. I get not a text, email. I'm kidding. We don't all run to our phones, but we do at some point look to see what the promos are going to be. And so Senior Division Leader Kim Craddock is actually going to go through those with you guys real quick. So Kim, are you available? Can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Oh my God, this is funny. Kim, I have to read this. Jessica Power says, I look at the loop before I pee in the morning. No joke.
Love it. First thing in the morning, which is so nice because it used to be, it came out at like 10
Like
or
11. Yes.
Remember that? And we
Yeah.
would all be like sitting there waiting until
What do
like
we
11
do? What do we
o'clock for it to
do?
come
Yeah.
out. And then someone told them, no, we need it earlier. So now it comes out at like 4 or something. I don't even know when, but oh my gosh, I love it. So love it. You grab your phone, look at it, and then you go pee. I love it,
Yeah.
Jessica. Priorities. Oh gosh. Well, good morning, everybody. As Chrissy said, my name is Kim Craddock. I'm a senior division leader here. Welcome. For those of you who are new, thank you for joining. It's so good to see everybody. Everybody's slowly coming back from vacation and getting on the call, which is so much fun. Summer's coming to an end, which is not that much fun, but at least we have each other. So that's good. So I'm going to go through the promos and specials real quick. You can read these in the loop. I was mentioning to Christy this morning, I love the way it was structured. I don't know if this is the first week it's been this way, but I saw it the first week this way, where everything is very concisely like written. Like I'm a former teacher, and so I like lists and I like everything to be very organized. And so this week, for some reason, I just felt like, oh my goodness, it's a nice little list. So it's easy to read. You can grab it on your phone. You know, there's the little loop. Just start reading it. So much fun. Okay. For our customers, we are continuing this week through August 9th with the double bonus items. So don't forget, when you're talking to your customers, they're going to use our customer sale, buy 2 items full price, get up to 4 items half price. When they get to $90 retail, I always tell them two things happen. First of all, you get free shipping. Shipping's $9, ladies. Everybody wants it free. And then second, they get to go back and pick up to 2 bonus items, which is any item valued up to $200 for $30 each. Great deal. And they get to do that through August 9th. So we've got the whole week to do that, which is fantastic. In addition, our hostesses also get those 2 bonus items with their hostess credits with qualifying shows. For those of you who are new, a qualifying party is $300 net and non. Once they hit that, they get those hostess credits. And part of that this week through August 9th as well will be those 2 bonus items that they get to choose themselves. So any 2 items valued up to $200, $30 each. Fantastic deal for them. And then also through the 9th, we do have the kit special. Why several of you are here, we get to add $100 in extra kit items of our choice to each kit. So this is a really great thing to use. People that you're talking to, hostesses you have right now who have a really great party, lots of interaction. They're loving it, enjoying it. If you have hostesses who comment a lot, who interact a lot, those ladies, those hostesses who start posting pictures of themselves, if you're not talking to them, I will. Because those ladies who are bold enough to post a picture even of their wrist, guys, look at my wrist today. I love it. I hope you can tune in for the party. If you're not talking to those ladies, be sure you're talking to those ladies because they are going to be great stylists, and you definitely want to offer them that stylist extra $100. So we also have contests going on. As you guys know, August is Park Lane birthday month. So much fun. So we've got the birthday bash contest. I don't know, Chrissy, how far you want me to go into that. It's all in the loop. I mean, we can go through what you'll get.
You know, I will, or I can mention, or if I do want to kind of review, just because we've only had that birthday bash for really 1 week. And if you missed last week, etc., maybe we review those levels real quick, Kim. I just pulled them up. If you don't have them up, I can review them.
Yeah, I mean, I have them if you want me to do it, but you're
perfect. Go for it.
So the first level, the level 1, is going to be submitting $1,500 during a net and non during the first 2 commission weeks in August. Okay, so that is still now, whatever you did and submitted yesterday, Wednesday, August 2nd, through whatever you're going to submit next Wednesday, August 9th. Level 1, you will get the gorgeous Monte Carlo necklace. I don't have it, but there's the picture of it. Okay, you will receive that. So good. Level 2, and I'm reading, y'all can go back and read this too, but if you have any questions, let us know. $5,000 net and non during the whole month of August. So this is everything you did last night, August 2nd, through the end of August. And I think we have 5 weeks in August, right? So through, if you do 5,000, that's net and non. For those of you who are new, net items are your full price and your half price items. So that's what you get commission on. Non-commissionable items are items like the bonus items that I just talked about. There are also items like monthly specials, the style drops that come down. We don't get commission on them, but Park Lane is so generous, they do count towards all of our rewards and contests. So when you're looking at your parties and your numbers, look at the net and the non. $5,000 for the whole month gets you this beautiful Monte Carlo bracelet. That's going to be gorgeous. Okay. And then the next level, sponsoring, it's a sponsoring level, sponsor one new stylist who starts and qualifies. So a qualified stylist has $1,000 net and non, which we're all working for anyway, because we want to get levels 1 and 2, right? So if you've sponsored a new stylist, for those of you who've brought your new team members on, you will qualify to get the Monte Carlo ring, which is so beautiful. So make sure they get qualified in August. And I think that's all I have in front of me, unless I'm missing
Perfect.
something.
Perfect.
Okay, so that is
Kim, I just want to point out, somebody's
Yeah.
saying thank you for the explanation on all that. Kim is really good at training. So
well, it's just, all those little details. I think those of us who have been around for a long time take for granted that we know what a bonus item, though. We know what net and non means. I mean, that was all. I've never been in direct sales before. I've been with Park Lane 5 years, and this is my first experience. So I know that I needed to know all that information. So I assume everybody does. Okay. Also, we have double trip points. So everybody going for Ireland, which I hope is everybody on this call today, because it is just the beginning of August and everybody can earn it. Double points means every single thing you submit, net and non, love that non again, net and non for the 5 commission weeks of August, you get double points. Whatever you submit on your own personal sales, double it. And then whatever your new stylists submit, double it. So that's a lot of points, you guys. So if you're going for Ireland, which you should be, you can really rack up those points, and it's unlimited. Our triple point period is limited to 10,000 points. The double point period is limited to nothing. So get all those points.
So I'm curious, you guys, this is going to be fun. If you want to go to Ireland, okay, this is not if you believe you can, if you think you can earn it, this is if you want to go. That's the question. Type, and I'm going to be so impressed with those that know how to spell this, because I don't. Type leprechaun in the comments.
I thought you were going to say shamrock. You went for it. Leprechaun's going for it.
I was going to say shamrock.
LEP.
I was going to say shamrock. And then I remembered Stephanie Haxel, who's on Kim's team. She's on our team. She's like, she genuinely wants to go leprechaun hunting. So I thought, you know what? Let's type leprechaun and let's envision us all going on a treasure tribe leprechaun hunt.
Pot of gold. Stephanie, you want to find the pot of gold too? I like the pot of gold.
Oh, yeah,
Leprechauns are
amen.
at
You
the
know
pot of
that's
gold, aren't they?
That's what she's looking for. Anyways, okay, that was just a little fun.
Okay, so double trip points, you guys, go for it. You have nothing to lose here. There's no punishment if you don't do as much as you want to do. There's not punishment if you don't make it to Ireland, except, you'll want to be there. But what do you have to lose? Nothing. Test yourself and, do something hard. Okay, next up, Rich Rewards Level 2. We know that is when you submit 20, now I'm questioning myself, 2,500, right? 2,500 for the entire month of August. Now, if you're new here and your recruiting stylist has not gone over your Rich Rewards with you, make a plan to go over those, because those are fantastic. Level 1 only counts the first 2 weeks. She'll go over that with you. But level 2 through the rest count the whole month, including what you did the first 2 weeks, which I love. How generous of Park Lane to allow us to earn Rich Rewards Level 1. It's basically double dipping, because then we're using that money again to earn level 2, which I love. So $2,500 the whole month of August, you will get the Brulee Ensemble. I have it in front of me. These gorgeous earrings, they're designer inspired, you guys. Look at that mother of pearl. And then the necklace, which I have here I have it with the hazy, which is so cute. But look at that necklace, you guys. It's gorgeous. Designer inspired. You definitely want to have these to show to your customers and hostesses. And you will get that for free. Again, so generous on the part of Park Lane to be able to give us those things. And we earn them with our sales. I love it. Keep your paycheck in your pocket, ladies. Earn these things for free. And then of course we have all of our style drops, which I won't go over all of that. Great things to advertise to your customers. Again, that's non-commissionable items, but they still go to your rich rewards. They still go towards your trip. They still go towards birthday weeks. So you definitely want to be pushing those to your customers. And then they'll fall in love with the jewelry even more and host parties. I think that's it. Is that it, Christy?
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So everybody's got our specials. So something I wanted to do before we get going and have some of our amazing teams share is I've got a little bit of inspiration. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and okay. Hopefully this will all be perfect because technology is not always perfect. So you'll have to tell me if you can hear this. Okay. But are we ready? We cannot hear it. Hold on.
Black belt in jujitsu isn't going to make fun of you for
I'm gonna start it over.
subscribers, isn't going to make fun of you for uploading your first video. A black belt in jujitsu isn't going to make fun of you for struggling as a white belt. A millionaire won't make fun of you for trying to start a business. Only the people who are too scared to try and do what you're doing will make fun of only the people who are average, will criticize you for being different because they want you to be average right along with them. A YouTuber with 1 million subscribers isn't going to make fun of you for uploading your first video. A black belt in jujitsu isn't going to make fun of you for struggling as a white belt. A millionaire won't make fun of you for trying to start a business. Only the people who are too scared to try and do what you're doing will make fun of only the people who are average, will criticize you for being different because they want you to be average right along with them.
Okay, guys. Who does that resonate with? How many of us have been so judgmental of ourselves and fearful about taking the steps that are needed to be taken to get to where you want to go? That was shared with me. I don't even remember. Oh, you know what? I think Sarah Catherine shared that with her team. That's where I got it. I don't know if Sarah Catherine's on here, but I saw that and I thought, this is so powerful. And I'm going to tell, okay, Elizabeth Littlejohn, it was you. I loved it. It probably spoke to you, knowing you, but it spoke to me a lot because, and my sister Allie has shared some of this. But I'm going to share it from my perspective. She and I both started doing CrossFit actually with Kim's husband. Kim's husband's been doing it years. In fact, Cliff beat his time today, Kim, by 30 seconds from a year ago. So he's a year older and beat his time for the same workout. So anyway, it's a big thing.
I'm sure I'm going to hear all about it.
Well, I would be talking about it. Anyways, but at my age, I'm 50. I've worked out for a lifetime. Times I'm better, times I'm not. But I had a shoulder injury. I had a ankle break, all within the last 6 months. And my fiance was really wanting us to work out together. Okay. And he goes to CrossFit. And I was like, I'm not doing that because I did that before and hurt my shoulder like 10, 12 years ago. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Blah. I was like, no. Well, anyway, finally I was like, okay, I got to kind of walk through this fear. Cliff talked to me, Kim's husband, another friend's husband talked to me. Anyway, it was like, I can start out small. But my mind is like, oh, these people are good. These people are good. Okay. So think about this in relation to this business. Okay. You are starting out new. Maybe you're not new, but maybe you're wanting to invest a little bit more time. Maybe you've been around a while and you're like, why, you're hard on yourself because maybe you haven't gotten where you want to go, et cetera. You compare yourself. So I started going, and I will tell you guys, I've had like the first week, I had a day where I was acting like a 3-year-old. I didn't like what we were doing. And I like inside of me felt like a 3-year-old. I was judging myself, for not being able to do what others could do. And the owner is amazing at wanting people to be where they are. And I'll be honest with you, 90% of the people in there are just like me. There's not people that, and 90% of us here on this call are just our normal people. Okay. We're not all in the top 5 of the treasure tribe. No, that's 5. You know what I mean? So anyways, long story short, the owner was talking to, and he was coaching me and my fiance, who keeps getting injured because he's competitive. And he was coaching us. He was like, I don't care if you are coming in here and, beating records. What I care about is that you're here. Okay, that's the owner, who is a competitor himself, who is jacked and ripped and can do all the things. The owner, the CEO, the $1 million business builder is not going to judge you for starting a business. The 1 million follower YouTuber is not going to judge you for doing your first Facebook Live. The black belt in jiu-jitsu is not going to judge you for going to your first jiu-jitsu class or struggling through your first month or even year. It's the people that are going to judge us are the ones that aren't in the arena. If you follow Brene Brown, those are her words I just stole. Do not worry unless she says something like, unless you're in the arena, I don't want to hear your opinion. And we get so worried about getting out of our comfort zones and being loud and proud and, failing forward and tripping as we go because, oh my gosh, what are people going to think of us? Forgetting the how much a necklace costs, or, screwing up the name, or sending the wrong cart to the wrong person, or placing an order outside the party link. And oh my gosh, all these things we get so concerned about and the image that it might present. But I'm telling you, the people that we really should admire and care about are the ones that have been in the trenches. They're not going to judge, because guess what? They were you. Every single one of us has been in that position where we're new at something. I mean, Kim jokes around that she's new to direct sales. I kind of want to laugh now because she's in 5 years. She's a pro. She's promoted from fashion director all the way up to senior division. She didn't come into Park Lane as a direct appoint. How many of you, let's make Kim realize she's not new anymore. How many of you have been here for more than 5 years, been in direct sales more than 5 years? And I'm kind of teasing, but she is a pro, but she was new. And she, was having to kind of figure it out, and she's figured it out. And so anyway, I saw that reel and I thought, so thank you, Elizabeth Littlejohn, for sharing that. I shared it on my personal Instagram stories, and I just love it because it's truly how I want to think, even though I have to constantly remind even myself. Kim, were you going to say something? No. Okay. So I love that. Hope that spoke to you guys. So, all right, let's get started with some tips from you guys. So something we wanted to do a little bit different. Oftentimes we share many ideas, many tips, many tweaks, many successful pearls that you guys are doing. And so we thought we would just have a couple of people hone in on a couple of things that are working for them. Okay. So first of all, Sally Anglem, are you here? Sally and I haven't talked, but Tish told me she talked to you. So Sally, are you here?
I am.
Okay, there she is. Okay.
Yeah.
Sally has got a tip to share that is working for her. So Sally, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Okay. Well, thank you. So I will start out by saying it's nothing earth shattering, nothing I made up. I come to these trainings and I get so many ideas that I can implement immediately. One of those is the 3-way chat that we ask our hostesses to open up with their guests. I have done that off and on over the couple of years I've been here, and I've been uncomfortable with it, to be honest, up until now. Because we always kind of talked about doing it after the live. And by the time we get to after the live, I feel like I had asked my hostess to do lots of things in the last several days. And I thought, she's going to be so sick of me asking her to do one more thing that actually takes a couple steps. Well, then I don't know what somebody said recently where I was like, oh my gosh, have her do it right away. So what I do is when I get on the phone with my hostess, and we've talked about how important that is, I won't go into that, but just know it's really important. But when I get on the phone with the hostess before I open up the group, I tell her all the different things. And one thing I tell her is I really try to emulate an in-person party, even though we're in the virtual world. And the way I do that is, think about it. If I came to your house and I was showing jewelry in your living room, someone would come to your door and you would say, yay, you're here. So glad you're here. Welcome. Let me introduce you to Sally. She's going to show us the jewels. She can answer all your questions, yada, yada, yada. I said, in the virtual world, we're going to do that right away. As soon as, you're going to invite all your friends, and I don't let them use the invite button, just FYI. But they're going to send those messages as soon as people start joining. I say, do this periodically. Go in, see who is in your members page. Go to your members page. You can see who joined. Open up a three-way chat with them and me. And you're going to say exactly what you would say if they were coming in your door. You're going to say, yay, so glad you're here. I'm connecting you with Sally. She's going to answer your questions. You can send her a wish list. She'll save you money. And hint, hint, if you respond to this message, she's going to also put you in a drawing for the door prize. And of course, that's like Peridotti's or impression earrings or something. But I have had so much more success with that, doing that. And I told Tish the other day, something that came out of it that I hadn't even thought about was, first of all, I'm also telling my hostess, I do this and it will actually lessen how much I have to ask you to do over the next 3, 4, 5 days that this party is going. But the thing is, they also now see what I do behind the scenes. They know I am working for them. Before I would always be messaging the guests and praying that they're going to actually see my messages, but it's hit or miss if they see my messages because they're not friends with me. But my hostess has no idea. Before she had no idea that I was working hard for her. Now she sees it in our three-way chats. So she knows I'm working hard for her. She's happy. Also, it's creating more authentic conversations because it's a three-way conversation. So in one example I gave Tish was the guest said, oh, Mary, I won't be able to watch. I'm 6 hours behind you. Is that what it was? 6 hours behind. And I was like, oh my gosh, Kate, where do you live? Are you in Hawaii? And she said, yeah, I am. Have you ever been here? So, hey, what was that? It was a great opening to say, yeah, actually, I just got back from there. I was on an incentive trip with Park Lane, and then she said, where did you stay? Because I said she was on Maui. And I said, we were in Kona. And she said, where did you stay? And I told her, and she was so impressed. She's like, oh my gosh, that place is gorgeous. So right there, without having to tell her, Park Lane has incentive trips and we get spoiled. She knew it just from the conversation. So it was a very authentic, fun conversation to have. But it's really worked out well. And so the hostess and I kind of tag team. Honestly, I tell them, it's less that you will have to do, but it's actually, I still have them do the same reminders every day, but I am also sending mine. And so she feels like I'm doing her work, but really I'm doing the same thing I did before. I'm just doing it all in the same chat. And I'm asking her to do the same thing every day. I've got a little message for her to send pretty much. But
So Sally,
I just feel like,
I'm curious. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
Do
I'm
you
done.
do that, can you tell us? Because I know what I'm thinking, and I'm certain that others are thinking the same thing. Do you do this? Let's say day 1, you have her start inviting. So is this kind of like day 2, you start having her communicate or to connect you?
It is in my hostess coaching, it's listed in day 2. But if she is Johnny on the spot and starts getting lots of guests in on day 1, I tell her, and I will say, usually I ask you to do this day 2, but you know what? The sooner you get started on it, the easier it'll be. Because if I wait until day 2, and if she is like one of those hostesses that gets 18 people in right away, that's a lot of three-way messages to open up. So I've told her, this is really easy to do. You might as well start now so that tomorrow you don't have so many to do. So, it's just, you kind of read each party and what works best.
Love this idea. I love this idea. Yes, Renee, they're in a three-way. I'm looking at questions, Sally, while, I mean, I love it because like you said, it starts as communication, that communication sooner. Plus it can allow you that connection to then be able to do a reminder yourself. So, okay, everybody's
And you
loving this.
see if, you also see if your hostess is doing what you're asking.
True. Yeah, very true. Okay. So y'all take a note on this. Thank you for sharing. Okay.
Welcome.
Our next party tip is going to come from Kim Craddock. Kim, she's like, oh,
Hello. I was like, I wasn't ready. I wasn't unmuted.
Uh.
So this is perfect because I'll piggyback a little bit on what Sally was talking about. The three-way message has become something that we have begun to utilize. And I think we're getting more and more comfortable with it, figuring out what works for us. But backing up from that, I also do, and this is really my tip, but I also do the check-in to win. And if you guys are not familiar with that, Sally Neff, if you go to Treasure Tribe and you just plug in Sally Neff's name, Neff, it will come up and she gives a great training on the check-in to win. Because as we know, and as Sally said, communication, not only with our hostesses, but with the guests in the party is crucial. If you're not communicating with them, they're not involved. They're not going to be invested in ordering unless you just have a, really stellar hostess who's willing to push and reach out to those people for orders. We really have to create a level of communication with the guests in the party. And of course, that starts with getting on the phone with your hostess. Sally said it too. I'm just going to reiterate it, guys. Get on the phone, get on the phone, get on the phone. Get to know your hostess. She'll be invested in you and she'll want to work for you. And then once we're asking her to do these things, it's not such a big deal because they know how hard we're working for them. So the check-in to win is on my day 2. So day 2 of the party, that's the second full day of the posts running. I go live in the group. I've gotten to where honestly, I go live almost every day, day 2, 3, 4. And then again, to wrap up, it's quick, it's easy, but they see me every day. People are more likely, I think, to pop on when they see Kim Craddock is live in Sally's party group. They're going to be like, oh, live, what's she saying? More than just Kim posted. So I go live, get comfortable with that. People love it. Most people are scared to do it. So they're never going to, they'll just be impressed you're doing it. I go live. I do the check-in to win. And something that kind of happened by accident lately, usually I'll have like a piece of jewelry. Okay. So I'll have a piece of jewelry and I'll say, if you check in to win, you're going to be entered to win these beautiful impression earrings. And I show it to them several times during the party group because I want them to know what they could possibly be winning. They fall in love with it immediately. But it happened that I had 3 parties in one night, different times in one night. If you don't use StreamYard, plug for StreamYard, you can do multiple parties in one night. I had 3 parties in one night. And I knew I was doing all the hostess coaching the same way. And I knew on day 2, I didn't want to go live 3 times. That would have been a little exhausting. And I try to work smarter, not harder. And I don't want to exhaust myself. So this is one of those situations where I don't have to personalize it necessarily. And so I used StreamYard and I went live in all 3 groups at the same time to introduce the check-in to win contest. Now, the only problem with that is that I didn't find 3 of the same exact pieces to give away in my goodie drawer, which almost never happens. I usually have a ton of these because everybody loves the opal. I found 1. So I was like, okay, well, I was like, well, I'll just offer 3 different things. I'll tell them if they check in to win, they'll be entered to win one of these things and they get to vote on which one they love the most. So then I start holding up this, and then I start holding up this, and then I start holding up the bonnet, whatever it was. And I'm holding up all 3 of these. So now they're like seeing 3 pieces of our jewelry, different pieces. They're automatically intrigued. They're going to want to see more in the style show, right? They're seeing how I'm showing it. And I tell them, this is all the style show is. I'm going to be doing this. Tune in. Then I tell them, check in to win. Tell me how you know our hostess. And I don't even have to say her name. So thank you, StreamYard. Check in with me. Tell me in Messenger how you know our hostess. And tell me which piece you'd like to see in the drawing. So they automatically want to go in, not only to tell me how they know the hostess, because typically they love her and they want to share their relationship, but also then they get to tell me which piece they really want. And for the ladies who still don't do Messenger and check in to win, they'll comment on that actual video and say, oh my gosh, those bonnet earrings, I love those. I hope those are in the drawing. They might not be in the check in to win, but that starts a conversation right there on that video, and I can comment on their comment. So I'm hitting it several times. So that really helped me, A, to be able to streamline multiple parties, B, to create more interaction and more incentive for people to connect with me. And then when I do the three-way messages, like Sally was talking about, I do it on day 4, I do it on party day. I tell my hostess, here's the 8 to 10 people you don't even have to reach out to because I'm already talking to them. So that lessens the amount of work she has to do on the three-way. And I don't want to double dip on those people anyway. Like, I'm already talking to Christy. I don't want her hostess to then go back and start a new conversation with her. So I say, here's the list of people I've already started communication with through Check In to Win, leave them out, three-way the rest of the people. And that lessens it a little bit, especially if you have a group of like 30 people, you don't want them to feel like they have to, do that. So that was just another tier added, and it was just a happy accident, but I'm going to keep doing it because I want people to see the jewelry and I want them to kind of place their vote and see what happens. So
People love to give their opinion. So that's a fun way to get them to respond. Okay, Kim said this again, this is how my brain works. I know that can't be the only one. And I've done a lot of messaging throughout my time. How do you keep track with each party who you're communicating with?
well, I have I have my notebook. We all
That's
have a
what I was
notebook,
wanting you to share.
and I and I write. So if I look at one of my, let me show you like one of my, okay, so like here's one, it has her name, it has the party date, it has her party number under it. Like, I keep everything. It has where she lives because every time I'm live, I want to be able to reference that and I can't remember. I do my winners. I have 2 winners for every party. And then my Check In to Win list is under it. And I just keep that with me all the time. And if I'm not in front of my notebook, it's okay, because now, on Facebook Messenger, you can click and hold down the message and mark it as unread. So the blue dot appears again. So when I get back in front of my notebook, I go through all those little blue dots. I'm in a three-way message with the hostess, so I automatically see who it is, and it helps to keep me organized. But again, as a former teacher, pen and paper, I'm surprised it's not all color coded, maybe one day, but it helps. And if you don't know, that mark as unread, you can do that on text now too. I don't know if you guys have the iPhone, but you can do it on text now too. So anyway, valuable tool. And then also for the three-way, just to piggyback a little more on that, people are intimidated about the three-way message. So I automatically send a list of instructions on how to do a three-way message, and it is saved in my phone. And I just say, I don't know if you know how to do a three-way message or not, but just in case you don't, here's step-by-step how to do it. I've literally never had anybody come back to me confused. They just follow the steps. And then I say, you're going to learn something new.
Kim, when we're going to have Sarah Catherine share next, while she's sharing, is there a way you could copy and paste those words into the chat on how to create a three-way message that you share?
I'm sure there is. Y'all refresh my memory again on how to do it from my iPhone to my computer. Tish told me once.
Well, if you use iMessage on your computer or send it to your Facebook Messenger and then access your Facebook Messenger on your computer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good
That
call.
way.
I'm learning something
Always
new.
a workaround.
We can
Many
always
brains.
learn something new, ladies.
Takes many brains, but we can do this. Okay, so thank you, Kim, for sharing. Okay, so next we're going to switch angles a little bit. And we have a top tip from Sarah Catherine Joseph, another one of our senior division leaders. So Sarah Catherine, if you will unmute yourself. Sarah Catherine, so while we've been talking, I'm just gonna, she did not mean to send this to me, but sorry.
I was just glad it wasn't inappropriate.
She meant to send this to her husband. Okay. All right. She is 46% to the trip to Ireland. Okay. And she has, I'm looking at her progress right here. She has 3 stylists that she has sponsored, and 2 are qualified, and one's at 77%. So that person will get there. So I asked Sarah Catherine to share how, and this is so simple, and I know this, which is why I asked her to share. How are you sponsoring? Like, what would be your biggest tip? So I'm going to leave that in your, what are you doing to share Ireland? I know the answer. I watch you do it, but anyway.
Well, I hope I say the right thing then.
Well, because you texted it to me.
Y'all, I love to travel. I truly started Park Lane because I watched Christy and her sisters take these extravagant trips for like 2 years. And then I was like, wait a minute, if they are going on these 2 trips a year, so can I. So I gave it my best shot. I earned my first trip my first trip was in 8 weeks for 2. I earned a trip for 2 in 8 weeks, y'all. It was crazy. But I'm motivated by that. This is not something that our family has the luxury of doing without Park Lane. So I start by sharing in every single dadgum party where our trip is, and that I have personally earned 6 trips. And I tell them every single one. I've earned Bermuda, Key West, Aruba, Hawaii, Paris, Cabo, and now we're working on Ireland. Y'all, in 3 years, this will be my 7th trip to earn in 3 years. So that gets people's attention right off the bat. Christy has her little Ireland hat on. I do also wear a headband. It's right over here. I moved my desk this week, so everything's kind of wonky, but
That's why I put this on, because if you guys are on our calls often, Sarah Catherine's often wearing whatever something. I mean, this is literally her billboard for Park Lane is travel.
Yep. So for Paris, I wore my little beret. I put it on for a lot of my parties at some point. For Ireland, I have a cute little green hat that I throw on. I just talk about it a lot. And I truly believe anyone can go on these trips with us. Like, if I can do this, anyone can do this. My husband works nights. He's a police officer. His schedule is crazy. I'm responsible for our 3 kids. Thankfully, I have one that drives now, so that is helpful. But like, our oldest daughter has a cake business that she runs out of our house. Our life is crazy. Like, it's kind of, people say all the time it'd make a good sitcom. It truly would. Like, it is crazy up in this house. If I can make time and figure out how to do this, I truly believe anybody can, at any level of leadership as well.
And I think I want to back that up by saying Sarah Catherine was with Mary Kay and still has a Mary Kay business, lots of loyal customers. Did you ever take a trip with Mary Kay?
Never. In
For 15 years.
19
years. So I think she's speaking from another level of, she knows, like, so many more can do it here than she's ever seen before.
Yes. 19 years. And I never earned a trip. And so this is totally doable. And so I just pour belief into people and show them that they can do this too. Like, craziness up in here. My phone is blowing up now. Craziness up in here, but it still can be done. Now, I also take every step I can to get them to that success. So I do their first party for them. I sometimes do their second party for them, especially if they've never been in direct sales before. I want to make sure that they're set up for success. And so I coach them along the way. And I use the hostess coaching in boards for my new stylist. I tell them, I'm going to coach you just like I would a hostess. And that way she knows what she's going to do on the next party. Right. And so I think that helps set them up for success as well. Christy, was there anything else that?
Yes. So if you follow Sarah Catherine in social media, like, she is constantly talking about the trip.
Yeah.
And not in
In
any
stories.
Yeah, go ahead.
I put it in my stories frequently. I don't post a lot on my personal Facebook or Instagram about Park Lane. I do some more now than I used to. But I do in my stories a lot. I have this app that I get these motivational quotes throughout the day. I don't even remember how much it was, but it was probably one of the best investments I've made. It's called I Am, and it sends me these quotes throughout the day. Well, girls, I change the backdrop to whatever the theme is for that trip right now. Like, right now it's Ireland. So it's this castle with a horse in the background, all that. And I share that on my stories at least once a day. I get like 5 texts a day from this app, or 4, but I share at least one of those a day on my stories. If I see anything, on Instagram or Facebook or something like that, that has anything to do with Paris or Ireland or whatever, then I share that. I am putting it out there over and over and over again. That also helps my customers to see that I haven't given up, that I haven't stopped working for it, and they continue to come back and shop over and over again. It's not only helping me build my team, but it's helping my sales, because they're like, oh, she's still going for it. She's still going for it. She's still working for, whichever trip it is. So,
Well, and what was impressive to me yesterday when Sarah Catherine and I were talking, she was saying the people that two of the people, because there were two on the report yesterday. Now I'm seeing three,
yes.
but two of them, she said, yeah, they joined because they want to go to Ireland. And
Mhm.
I went ding, ding, ding. They're watching her, y'all. She's putting it out there all the time.
Yeah. Because
All
when
the
they see you earn a trip after trip after trip, I mean, after I earned my first trip, I'm sure people were like, oh, well, congratulations, SK. Let's see if that ever happens again. And then the next one. And, I mean, I haven't missed one. So it's starting, my actions are starting to speak louder than my words, I feel like, at this point. So people are seeing that it is possible. And our people that know me and know my family know how crazy busy our lives are, and all the chaos and all the things, and doctor's appointments, and it just y'all wouldn't even believe some days what it's like around here. But
I can vouch for that.
yeah, I make it
Yeah.
work. And I'm going to piggyback on the, Sally and Kim. I have not used StreamYard a whole lot because I think I like being live. I like having the interaction and things like that. But I do use it when needed. And this last week, I needed it. I wanted to go meet my new baby cousin, and I had a launch. And so she was okay with me using StreamYard, and we used it. And, $1,700 show, new qualified stylist yesterday. And so, things like that you think, oh, I don't know that I want to do three-way message. I don't know if I want to do recording the parties, blah, blah. Try it. You just never know. And one thing Kim said, Kim, I got distracted because I was texting Matt, and I accidentally text Christy because she texted me, and I thought I was responding to Matt. But anyways, I think you said that you sometimes switch up your giveaways. Is that what you said? Did you say something about that? Like you were showing? Well, here's what I have streamlined. I used to, every single party, I'd open my drawer and I'd say, okay, these are what I'm giving away for being on time. And this is what I'm giving away for, responding to my message and stuff like that. And it was kind of chaotic. And then I'd forget like who I'm giving what to. I'm giving the same jewelry away at every single party now. So I'm using my RRCs and my hostess rewards, and I'm giving away impression studs for showing up on time, watching live every single party. I'm giving away an impression necklace for sending your wish list to every single party. I'm giving away a jewel bracelet when we get to 10 orders in every single party. So now I truly can, because when I would use StreamYard before, I'd be like, oh, I can't show that piece of jewelry because what if I use this for somebody else's party? And then I get confused, and then I send something and they're like, well, that's not what you showed on your party. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. And the hostesses have caught on, and they're saying now, Sarah Catherine's going to be giving away impression earrings, impression necklace. I won the necklace, or, whatever. So that's been kind of fun to see how that has helped play out. And it's duplicatable.
Mm-hmm.
So my newest stylist, she said, do I need to order a bunch of impression earrings and necklaces?
Bam.
Can't hurt, friend. Can't hurt.
Yeah.
So that's kind of.
So I want everybody, in the spirit of Sarah Catherine and the travel traps, order yourself a fedora or a $3 headband or an Ireland t-shirt or a something that is going to be silly, and Kim's got her lucky. Like, this kind of stuff is
This
fun.
is yours,
It's also
Christy.
huh?
Sorry. This is yours.
Oh, oh my
It's
God.
You gave it to us
look
when
at
we
the
did the-
Irish party. Is
That's
that what
right.
you
Yeah.
did this, Kim?
Uh-huh.
I stole it.
That's all right. You can keep it. As long as you earn the trip, you can keep it. Anyways, but keep it on your desk. It's that visual that just kind of reminds you to talk about the trip, post about the trip, have fun with it. You know, if you're showing your new little Bellagio earrings or something, use one of the little stickers in your story and put a little like, you know, shamrock or, you know, these little subliminals. So anyway, thank you, Sarah Catherine. Okay. Okay. So lastly, and I hope Miss Tanya Trombley is still here. Tanya, are you here? I have it on speaker
Yes,
views. I
ma'am.
can't see.
Sorry.
Okay. So Tanya today is going to share about our Crazy 8 sale. And Tanya, I'm literally going to pass it to you. I want you to explain, because think about it. There's many that weren't here last year, don't really know what that is, what it is, and how they could use that over this next week.
Okay. So I know they're putting something together, so stay tuned for images and stuff. And I believe they're putting together where you can use it like 3 different ways. Okay. You could use it in a party showing 8 items. You can use it in a social sales setting, doing the pictures post 8 items, or you can go live with those 8 items. Okay. So
And this would be the reason it's called Crazy 8, y'all. It's to use the 8th month, August,
Yep.
on the 8th, which would be next week, 8 items. So just a
Yep.
fun little, you know, play on words.
Sometimes, and we do this sometimes like 3-3 and whatever, but we did this last year. Has it been twice now? 2 years?
I feel
now?
like it's been 2 years now, or we did
Yeah.
an 8-8 and we did another.
Maybe just a crazy 8 or something. So I was looking at August 8th is going to be next Tuesday. So y'all need to start prepping now. Okay. So remember, whenever you're doing anything from the mega team parties to Barbie to whatever theme you're going with, you need to start prepping, just like Sarah was saying, prepping Ireland. So you want to start talking Crazy 8. Once the images are available, they'll release them to you. However, you can start just doing some little fun things. You could just be like, whose birthday is on August 8th? Or, just things around 8. Did you know the power of 8 is this? Do some research, maybe find some images, 8, whatever, and just start getting some conversations around 8, okay? Once the images are available, then you can start using those for advertising and letting them know, hey, stay tuned for August 8th. I'm going to do something fun. We're going to have a fun whatever. And hey, I'm going to give away these 8 things. Or hey, we're going to have 8 lucky winners. Or hey, 8, 8, 8. You're always talking about 8. Okay. Not 8, the sandwich, but 8, the number. Okay. So do that funny joke. I don't care. Do gifts. Like I love gifts. Just go in the gifts and search number 8 and it'll pull up all kinds of crazy fun 8s and do posts with that, whatever. Just make it interactive. Start it now. So come August 8th, you've already been talking about it. Okay. You can. And what I did last year is I literally pulled 8 bracelets, 8 necklaces, 8 rings, and 8 earrings. Okay. So I did 8 from each category. And I did a social sale live. So on my live, I had my 8 pieces. I social sale priced them. You don't have to wait for the tribe to give that to you. You don't have to wait for your leader to give that to you. At any time, you can make your own sales, which is amazing about Park Lane because they have the built-in customer promo to be able to do that. Okay. Now, this is a bulk order social sale aspect. If you're brand new VIP, etc., you might not want to lead this way. You might want to just do it party and show 8 of each category and just show them how to use their 2 and 4. Okay. So I did the 8, I picked out my 8 earrings, my 8 bracelets, etc. I showed some pictures leading up to it. Stay tuned. I went live and showed it. And then afterwards, I posted pictures of the pieces I shared in my live because your shoppers shop multiple ways. And this is in my VIP. Okay. Your shoppers might not want to watch it live. They might want to just see the pictures. So I'm going to bring to them each way. Okay. So I'm bringing it to them live and I'm bringing the pictures. Okay. If they want to just comment the picture, fine. If they want to comment on my live, fine. Okay. So I did the social sell aspect of it with the 8 pieces. You can do maybe, hey, when we get 8 orders, I'm going to do a giveaway. You could do it that simple. Okay. Do just something around 8. Maybe you're going to make it a mystery party this week and we're going around 8. And when we have 8 shoppers, every 8 shoppers, I'm doing a drawing. Every 8 shoppers, I'm doing a drawing. It could be as simple as ordering a pair of earrings. Okay. Again, you're leading with 8. Okay. You could do the impression stud earrings. I'm giving away 8 pairs of these stud earrings. The first 8 orders get these earrings free. Use your Rich War Club. So just however you want to spin it, we will provide images and you can really use it however aspect you want it. But do start talking about it now. It'll just bring another revenue into your week for next week, for this week, and layer it on top of parties and stuff you're doing already. If you have some parties booked and you want to make it fun and do some crazy 8 and do your showing like that, then say, hey, I picked the top 8 earrings, I picked the top 8 bracelets, I picked the top 8 necklaces, and I'm going around the crazy 8. We're going to have fun, and this is what I'm going to show you today. So those are just the little ideas of how you can do it.
So I went and looked while you were chit-chatting, and under social sale, you guys, in boards, under social sale scripts, there's a crazy 8. And there are just some images. There's like a banner, crazy 8 tonight at 8, like it's 8 at 8 o'clock type of thing. There are 8 necklaces, 8 bracelets, 8 earrings, 8 rings, 8 items. I'll work my magic math. Like you can do it however you want to do it. And she's got, pick 8, you pick 8 items. I'll work my magic math. If you have parties on Tuesday, or you want to book more parties this week, like this could be a fun take on a party and a good excuse for you to reach out and tell your potential hostess, like, I have this fun idea, crazy 8 on August 8th at 8 o'clock. I'm looking for 2 hostesses to do a crazy 8 party. Would you be willing? And book that way. She'll get double thank you items. Okay. So that's your hostess perk right now. So anyway, just a really, really fun, like, Rachel or Rochelle, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, is saying, this is fun. You guys, that is really what it's about. I mean, that is what it's about. When you feel that Rochelle, that's when you go, I want to do this. So easy and fun, Leslie says. Yes. I mean, that you're looking for those hostesses that will say the same thing. That sounds easy and fun.
And what's really good, we maximize a cart right now with the double bonuses with 8 items. So you can leave.
I got lucky.
Yeah. Lucky 8 and totally lead into your party that you're doing, this week with the 8. And it's all about crazy 8, all my parties this week, because we're going with 8, instead of your 6-pack, let's do an 8-pack,
I'll tell you, Tanya is one of the best, and that's why she leads our VIP tips on Tuesdays. She is one of the best people for marketing stuff prior to the availability. Her ideas she mentioned, like, now I've forgotten what you said, but I'm seeing just like whatever with the number 8, who's got a birthday this month? It's the 8th month, who's an Enneagram 8? Callie wrote Enneagram 8. It's like, who's an Enneagram 8, just fun things around that, to just build up that excitement. And, when you start going different directions like that, different people will start commenting. I mean, I noticed that with just my personal posting. If I post something about, I don't know, a trip to such and such, somebody's going to post. If I post who suggests, or what's a good book to take to the beach, all of a sudden your readers start messaging you, or, hey, who's been to Ireland? What are your tips? Okay. All of a sudden, different people that have never messaged start saying stuff. So when you can put things out there where different people are going to be prompted, it will then shake up those algorithms. New people will start seeing what you share, and it warms them up for you to then either help them shop, then be shopper or hostesses or stylists. So any questions on the crazy 8? Oh, Kim's raising her hand.
Yeah. Can I just, I was looking at the boards. Did Tanya say that they are going to release, like if you wanted to do it as a social sale, they're going to have items that are already discounted? I saw Tanya say she does her own, but are they going to do that?
I was told they're working on it. So I know something's in the works, and I hope that it gets pushed out sooner to be able to run with it. So I know it's in the works.
Okay.
So
I am, hold on. I messaged that it is in the works. I
Yes.
messaged while you were talking, and I asked them if they're ready yet. And Allie says, good question.
yeah, I
So-
think it was supposed to be at least by the latest, maybe the 5th or 6th. So, and that's for you to run it on
Okay.
actual social sale aspect on Tuesday.
So they will be ready August 6th, those
Yes.
images for the pieces. So you'll have them know they're coming right now. You do what Tanya's awesome at. You do that fun pre-marketing about it.
If you follow your people, like any store or retail, whatever, like Bath and Body, I just follow Bath and Body because I like what they do. And they always warm me up before they drop something. And like they were talking about something, I got an email about it. Next day I got an email, a little bit more of a hint. Next day I got an email says, stay tuned, it's coming tomorrow. And then today, bam, I got the email, it's here. That's what you're doing in your VIP. Okay. So just always think of that because it gets them watching and looking for it. Because sometimes they don't see that first post. And sometimes if you just wait and just put it out there and put the sale out there, they're not going to see it. So.
Tanya, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So guys, to recap, I know we're at an hour. Don't get off yet because I got a couple of like housekeeping final things to mention. Great. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Sarah Catherine, for your party tips, for your sponsoring tips, etc. Thank you, Tanya, for the Crazy 8. That's something that can be implemented right now. That's actually a sales idea, okay, in addition to your parties. And last thing, put on your calendars, guys, pull out your calendars. Our birthday, 68th birthday bash mega party is scheduled for the 17th of August, okay? So 17th of August is going to be our mega party live. So the Facebook group will open on August 12th, Tish's birthday. Everybody text Tish, put a note in your, she'll die, but everybody text Tish on the 12th. So the group will open that day. The live will be on the 17th. Okay. Park Lane's actual birthday is August 23rd. So here's my suggestion. Participate in the mega party. Build that up. Birthday party, birthday party, birthday party. We always have a huge attendance to our megas for the birthday. But then I challenge all of you, and I'm sure Park Lane will come out with some sort of challenge because they always do, to have your own hostesses or your own party on August 23rd as a Park Lane birthday bash. This weekend is our Treasure Tribe Booking Blitz. Okay. It is going to be on Saturday at 10 Central Time. And now I'm going to butcher the time of the second one. Hold on just a second. It's on Sunday. I want to say, here we go. On Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Okay. So it's we always do a booking blitz the first weekend of the month. So here we go. And we will be sharing on there why you want to book now. Okay. And one of the things will be birthday bash ideas. There are no companies, jewelry companies, or very few companies out there that are 68 years old. It is a huge marketing opportunity. I mean, it says so much about this company from the aspect of just the quality of the jewelry that we share. That it's fun because the script has a lot of like history in it. So it'll be fun for your customers and guests. If you're new, for you to learn all of that as well. But also from the opportunity perspective to become a stylist, being with a company that has figured it out, is still around and thriving at 68 years, really speaks to people that are with other companies, that their companies have either closed, etc. So it is a huge, huge selling opportunity for us. So join the Blitz, mark your calendars for that. And I think that's it. Mega party date, Blitz this weekend. You got lots of tips on how to be even more awesome. Thank you guys for an awesome coffee chat, and have a great week 2 of August.